Help me welcome to the stage. It's David.
We rise as warriors again, not who we were, but who we will be. We rise as warriors again. This is the truth. This is the key. We rise as warriors again. No chains on our name, no fear in our.
What if your greatest power in your life to achieve anything you need to achieve, to bring yourself to that next level? What if that power was your darkest moment? What if it was your lowest point in your life and this actually was your greatest power source? I'm going to teach you how to unleash this for yourselves. Are you with me? But first, I got to take you on a journey. Now, this may be shocking for you guys, but I spent some time in the military. I know it's surprising. Bald dude, tons of muscles, yells a lot, military guy. It's true. Shocker of the day, big reveal. I'm a United States Marine. And I spent 2 tours in the war-torn province of Al-Anbar of Iraq. And it was during this time where I fought snipers, roadside bombs, anti-tank mines that would rip Humvees in half, even a AK-47 pointed point-blank range in my face. But it wasn't the war, it wasn't the death that was the most challenging parts of my life. It was my own living room when I returned from war. So you may not know is that I spent 15 years fighting PTSD, hypervigilance, anxiety, severe depression, nightmares, flashbacks, getting sucked back into war and into the sand, hearing and smelling the oil and the gunpowder. I heard ammunition. I heard the weapons. But you know what was the hardest point for me? Was hearing my boy, my children ask, "Where's Daddy? Where does he go? Why doesn't he love me? Why is he so angry all the time?" And this brought me to my knees. I didn't know what to do. I was on my knees asking God, "Why did you do this to me?" I didn't want to die, but I didn't know how I could change. I didn't know how life could be any different, and this was my darkest moment. Now, some of you in the audience, you may be struggling and fighting with the same things. I can see it in your face. But did you know that 42 million Americans take antidepressants? Did you know this? 42 million. I want you to look into the future right now. See out of your mind's eye, what if every single one of these 42 million people, instead of sedating, instead of being told that this is the way you are now, this was their greatest power source? What would this do for our nation, and not our nation, the entire world, to be empowered with what used to hurt them? It comes with a decision, and I made that decision. I made the decision when I heard these words that I'll never forget. This was done for you, not to you. And it was at that moment where I rose up and I looked to the sky and I said, I am now different. I have unlimited power. What used to hurt me is now my friend. I use it to move forward, to conquer anything in my way. And you can do this too. But some of you may be thinking, I'm surrounded by darkness. I feel the shadows all around me. I can't get away from the death, the loss, the suffering, the pain. I don't know how to move forward, David. How could I possibly do this? I tell you this right now. It comes with a decision. A decision and a change of perspective. This is one of your greatest powers, to take that darkness and to turn it into light. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to do this with what is in your mind right now, to turn it into your greatest power? Everybody stand up. It is time. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to hold out your hand and put into your hand all of the darkness, the pain, the suffering, the loss, the anxiety, the depression, what you used to think was your greatest adversary. Your hand feels heavy. It feels dark. It feels crushing. But now I want you to focus light and energy and gold power into your hand. The longer you do this, the more you realize that this is not dark. It is not heavy, but it is light. It is light that covers all the darkness around you. This is your greatest power. This is your greatest source of energy and strength. Now hold your hands above your head, make your fists right now. It is time to declare absolute victory from what used to hurt you is now your greatest power. Time to declare victory on 1, 2, 3, make the sound of victory. Yes! Yes! Once again, louder. 1, 2, 3. Yes! You now have been given your greatest power. It is in the palm of your hand to conquer any obstacle. At any point in your life, you now have light where it used to be darkness. Let me be the first to tell you, congratulations, you're just getting started. Thank you.
Give it up for David!